Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. For today's divinely guided rune reading, we're getting into your astrological sign. So if this message doesn't resonate with your sun sign, please check out either, your sun sign, right? Then your moon, your rising, or your Venus signs as well. See what resonates with you. These rune readings are going to be a little bit different. There are going to be 6 runes in the rune reading, and we'll go over that when it comes to the time for the reading. I'd like to now cleanse this energetic space with a singing bowl. As usual, I have the $2 note in the singing bowl that represents uncommon abundance in our lives. As I ring the singing bowl, we're simultaneously giving gratitude towards and inviting more of that uncommon abundance back into our lives. So let's take this moment, and I invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and then out through your mouth. Don't force it, and try to make your exhales a little bit longer than your inhales, focusing on the intent of today's divinely guided rune reading for each zodiac sign. These messages will be uploaded once a week, continuing on. You can consider this your divinely guided rune reading for the season of Ostara. Ostara is the pagan holiday celebrating the Spring Equinox. So let's focus on that intent. Beautiful stuff, everyone. So, Ostara, the Spring Equinox, this is right after that very weird kind of eclipse, lunar eclipse energy in Virgo, prompting us to go with the flow and to release what's no longer serving our highest path. A profound realization that I found personally recently was leaning into my allergy suffering. I've been taking these over-the-counter medicines for like 6 years, and it's not been healthy for me. So recently, right around the eclipse, a little bit before that, even, I was having a really hard time with the sinuses and these allergy type symptoms, right? And I was thinking, okay, what's wrong? I'm trying ginger, I'm trying this, and I'm trying that, and nothing seems to have been working. It wasn't until I was brought to this inner realization about leaning into the spiritual meaning of what the allergy suffering is for me. And that is resistance to the flow of the energies that are present in our lives right now. So for me, I was resistant for a lot of reasons. I've been pretty much the epitome of resistance, right? My family was all Packer fans, for instance, and I was a Bears fan just in spite growing up, all right? So that's a little bit of an example. This cathartic release, this turning over, this unearthing, and things being brought in front of us to release, we can celebrate during this Ostara season with these beautiful spring rebirth, rejuvenation, and fertile energies. All right. So I want to take a moment here and thank all of you wonderful subscribers and viewers out there. Over 30,000 views on this channel so far, and about 500 subscribers. So let's keep on sharing that beautiful healing work out there, everybody. Again, if this message doesn't resonate for you, share it to somebody who might, and let that message get out there to them. Every interaction, comment, like, even a dislike, would actually help the channel to get to the people that need this medicine more. All right, so I thank you, and let's, without further ado, get into your divinely guided rune reading. Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your rune reading for the week of Ostara. That's beginning on the 20th here in the Spring Equinox season. So as the graphic here shows, we're going to go over the 6 rune reading. Rune number 1 is the past situations. Rune number 2 is going to be present situations. Rune number 3 is the future situations. Rune number 4 is the influence on the question or the topic. Rune number 5 is going to be current advice. And rune number 6 is going to be most likely outcome. without further ado, let's jump right in, Cancer. Beautifulness. We have Othala kicking it off in the past situations. Othala is like that foundation, that legacy that we leave behind. The lasting foundations, like repairing foundations, even, or expanding foundations, rebuilding foundations. These I like to think of the legacy. A lot of people think of it as maybe land or business that gets handed down through like a will or a deed or something like that. However, I like to think of this as a more esoteric practice where it's our spiritual practices, our paradigms, our thought processes. How are we going to leave the world behind us in 7 generations, like the Native Americans, our indigenous brothers and sisters? How they view it as 7 years, or 7 generations rather, into the future they plan ahead. And what a beautiful concept, right? So what paradigms, what practices, what beliefs, what sort of emotional things are you releasing to make room for this sort of growth and legacy to be left behind? Regardless, your focus has been on your longevity of some things, where it's been maybe feeling like your release of things is bringing up the aspect of impermanence to your thoughts. But worry not, let's get into our next rune here. So in the present situation position, you're in your aspects of abundance, and your abundance is in the rune Fehu. So this is indicative of, well, it really literally means cattle, but it's indicative of how we relate ourselves towards abundance here. All right, so as our abundance increases, so too do our avenues of investment, our responsibilities. Like when you get more cattle, what do you need to do? You need more pasture, more feed, more security, maybe some help, right? And investing in what you're going to do with those cattle, right? What are you going to do with that abundance? What does abundance mean to you? Is this part of a lasting legacy? What sort of abundance are you going to leave behind? These are great questions to be asking yourself right now, especially during these eclipse energies that we're going through. So in the third rune position, we have our future situations. This is Berkana. So Berkana is the birch goddess's rune. This is beginnings, a birth of something. It could be a concept. It could be a new way of thinking. It could be a new spiritual practice for you. It could be a new aspect of healing that you're adopting. A spiritual practice, learning a musical instrument, for instance, could even be the topic here for you. So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But this is calling into more of that familial nurturing, also kind of like that Empress in the tarot. So that's having that knowledge and the intuition innately to know how to create and nurture and begin these new beautiful things. So if you've been getting a lot of downloads recently, especially in your dreams, definitely pay attention to them. Try to write down what you can remember, and spend like 5 minutes each morning writing down what you can remember, because I have a feeling this is going to lead to a lot of clarity for you in pursuing these. So this beautiful energy in the influences position, you get called to just release, surrender, and go into it, jump with it, go into the flow. This is the rune Pertho. This is also the Gambler's Cup. I like to call it the Kenny Rogers rune. You know, the gambler. It kind of reminds me of that song, you know, when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, when to run, kind of thing. Either way, this is kind of indicative of like a friendly competition, kind of like the Dice Cup, right? Or an initiation sort of a process, sort of like a board game would go. Like, you know how you begin, you don't know how it's going to end. So this could also be like a pregnancy or a literal birth, or this is like a new concept, new paradigm, maybe a new group, fellowship, a new career, new spouse, new house, new career. This could be so many things for you. And what this is opening up for you is just saying, the universe is saying, look, I got you. Go ahead and take that leap, go through that gamble, because you're continuing moving up in the same general direction here through this rune, right? But you're facing a different way versus when you enter and when you come out of this rune. So you're getting transmutated along with these energies. You're going through an initiation process when you're going through Pertho. You're still going and making all these twists, turns, and you're coming out still facing the same general direction, but with a new perspective. You're facing more this direction than you were more facing this direction previously. So take this into consideration with some temperance. Be patient with yourself, especially like if you're journaling in the morning, you can't remember your dreams. That's fine. Just keep doing it. Keep at the practice. Be gentle with yourself. Just write down what you can remember. If it's a color, if it was a thought, if it was an aspect, if it was light or dark, just anything you can remember. Because the more you do it, the easier it'll get, and the more you will remember. And I think there's a lot of intuitive guidance in this here for you as well. So what are the current advice? What's in the current advice for you, Cancer, moving forward? So this is Tiwas. This is calling you to be in your discipline. Really, when you're throwing yourself into this new beginning, and you're having this legacy, this strong starting point, this foundation here, you're in this beautiful sense of learning abundance, and maybe even changing what that means with you and your family. So you're still in that general trajectory, right? You're moving forward. This is that sense of justice. This is that discipline work. The warning here is not to be a martyr, right? Watch out for that martyr type energies when you're seeking that justice, but still leading by example here as you are in your discipline work. So stay committed, because in the outcome here, you have this beautiful, this is a fire energy, manifestation energy type of rune. This is Kinos in your most likely outcome position. So this is a lot of that embodying it, leading by example, that trailblazing energy, like that Pac-Man always moving forward, gobbling up those dots, right? It kind of looks like that too. You can think of it as holding the torch over here, and these are the rays of light moving forward. So the torch says, reminds me of a quote, says, as we work to illuminate the path for others, so too do we illuminate the path for ourselves. So when we're working to light the path for others, yeah, so too do we heal, so too do we grow, so too do we know and have that clarity in our own direction, because we're also, as healers or as workers or in our leading by examples, like when we're giving out advice, for instance, that's a reflection of who we are as well. So even when we're helping anybody in earnest or selflessly, really look at the guidance that we're giving others as well, because those are aspects of ourselves that we also, as healers, as light workers, need to go in for with that healing as well. And this will help you embody this beautiful rune of Kinos and lighting the way for others. So beautiful, beautiful message here for you, Cancer. Let's get a message of clarity from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. These are messages straight from Source, straight from Divine, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. So Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do we have for today for Cancer's divinely guided rune reading for the week of Ostara. this beautiful spring equinox energy. What does Cancer energy need to hear? Please show us clearly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You want that card? Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Imagination. It says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Yeah. A lot of clarity of thought is happening. A lot of maybe transmutation of thoughts, like paradigms, your own thought processes are going through a beautiful transformation here for you, Cancer. Let's read more about that imagination card. Again, it says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. It goes on by saying, by its very nature, the physical body is limited by the 3 dimensions, but your mind is free to travel without boundaries and merge with the cosmic consciousness. Your mind is the great creator, and your imagination is its toolbox. Everything in life begins with the energy of imagination. Thoughts are real, and they can manifest themselves into the physical world. Train your mind to not only have positive thoughts, but healthy thoughts, right? And you will start to attract positivity into your life. If you can see it, you can be it. Visualize the components that you want in your life and imbue those thoughts with love, and they will become your reality. Conversely, if your mind stays to negative thoughts, you will only bring that energy to you. Be positive and loving. Imagination is creativity. Express yourself and let your imagination assist you in letting go of any creative blocks and allow your dreams to come true. Remember, you are not doing this for the other people. It is your soul opening up and singing its own unique song. Yeah, trailblaze. Beautiful energies for you, Cancer. I hope this resonates for you. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.